Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Checking out a SOG. It's been a little while since I have had a SOG on the channel. Yeah, definitely. It's been a while. So this is a SOG Pentagon XR. I picked this one up on, they had actually a pretty crazy Black Friday sale. And, you know, and honestly, well, I'll just get this out of the way. Honestly, at regular price, I probably wouldn't have picked it up to check it out. And that's just honest. These sell for about 175 bucks. But they were marked down on the SOG website. They were marked at 50% off, and then there was like an additional, golly, what was it? 20-30%. It was a pretty hefty savings. So I was like, all right, okay, I think I ended up getting it for something like 65 bucks, I think is what I ended up paying for it. Maybe a little more, but not on sale. And they're selling for about $175. So just wanted to let you know that right off the bat, you know? So let's get into it. So there you go. You SOG, obviously you've got the XR lock going on there, the SOG Pentagon XR. Now you do have a right or left hand pocket clip. Now let's look at this pocket clip, because what are we not seeing there? What are we not seeing? We're not seeing the pocket clip with the giant SOG on it. I like that. I like that a lot. We'll talk about the clip a little bit more here. It is right or left hand carry, which is awesome. Fantastic. No lanyard for the lanyard fans. Sorry guys, but lefties, we got something for you. So, but that is the one thing that I noticed right away, is we don't have the giant SOG sticking out of our pocket. I like that. And not that I really have anything against it. It was just, I don't know, wasn't my favorite. We'll put it that way. So, you've got black G10 here. And it's really, I mean, obviously you can look at the texturing on it. You can see that texturing that it has going on. It's really got a good grip on it. G10 back spacer there. We're about, it's about 60% open. Yeah, about 60-ish%. Good grip. Everything is chamfered off pretty darn well. As far as the construction and everything like that, the liners, well, you've just got the G10 in there. The liners are nested, but everything has been, you know, chamfered off, touched up, very nice. Gotta like that. You know, overall, just the outside feel of it is good, with one minor thing. This G10, and I don't know, we got G10 there. I mean, we have G10 on this one. I don't know if it's the texturing or what, or if the G10 is really thin, but it's kind of that, for me, it's kind of that cheaper feeling G10. That's about the only way I know how to describe it. It feels a little, the G10 feels a little cheap. That's the only way I can think of kind of how to get my point across. It's not bad. It just doesn't feel like solid G10. I don't know. What am I trying to tell you? And I've been trying to figure out how to put it, but that's about the best way I know how. I don't know, it just kind of has a little bit of a cheap feeling. I think it has a little bit to do with that texture, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Now, go back to the action. Obviously, you do have a flipper tab. You do have thumb studs, which work very well. Flipper tab, pretty good. Detent seems a little light for that flipper. I think it's dialed in more for the thumb studs. It still comes open. I mean, I'm doing a pretty wimpy flip there, and it's still coming open. So it's not all that bad apparently, because, well, yeah, that was a wimpy flip and it came right open. So, and the action is really smooth. That XR lock. It took me a little while to get the timing down, because if you pull all the way back on the XR, you'll notice that it stops. And I've let go, and you still kind of got to push it in. But if you get that timing down, I mean, it flops in there really nice, actually. Nice on the thumb studs. So, what do you got there? Well, you've got that titanium nitride coated CTS XHP. That's one we like. And of course it says studies and observation group. I guess it's still okay to call them SOG, but studies and observation group there on the blade. Look at that blood groove. And this is a very interesting blade. Obviously, it's got that, they refer to it as a spear point. It's got that pretty much that dagger look to it because it is ground, very thin on both sides. But this is what you'll notice. That tip is sharpened a little bit on that top edge. So, I haven't asked my friendly neighborhood sheriff or police officer, but I am pretty sure that would make this knife illegal in Washington. Because that top edge is sharpened, even only that much. You know, should take it down to the sheriff's office, whip it out, and go, "Hey, is this illegal?" See what happens, right? If they give me a nice pair of jewelry, I'll know it was probably illegal. But, you know, daggers are illegal in the state of Washington. I think they're illegal in a lot of states. So, yeah, that's one of those ragged edge type of things. But I love the look of the blade. Definitely love the look of it. So, let's get our specs down. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're looking at about just shy of 8.5. Your handle length, I'm going to give it 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4. And then our blade is just over 3.5. Just over. Cutting edge is right there. I mean, that's pretty much a full cutting edge. Not a whole lot. Now, you'll notice here that your thumb studs are in the cutting path and potential the sharpening path right there. Now, could you remove them when you do it? I haven't tried, honestly. But they are out there a little bit just because it is sharpened so far back. So, just a little tidbit, little point. All right, let's see, size comparisons. PM2. Comparable. Very comparable. The Pentagon's got it a little bit, pushing a 1/4 inch on the blade. Handles are pretty even. So overall, that's a pretty even comparison. And then of course we're going to throw the bug out there because that's what we do. So not bad overall. And a weight. This one's got a little bit of weight to it. Definitely does. It's not. I wouldn't call it heavy, but it's got weight. Kind of like me. So 134, that's not bad. What's that, 4? Went too far. Oh, come on, there it is. 4.7, that's not too bad. A little bit heavier, a little bit on the heavier side, but carry's pretty good. It's not super deep carry, but you're looking at about, I mean, your standard 1/2 inch for the most part. Sticking out there. What I like about it is it doesn't say SOG down there. So, overall, what are my thoughts? You know what? As far as fit, finish, and ergonomics go, I'm with it. I'm down. That clip, I can feel that clip a little bit. Am I calling it a hot spot? If I push my grip back like so, you see kind of how I'm gripping it there, I can feel that clip a little more. If I just let my hand relax and grab it, I mean, I slide a little bit forward on that clip and it's not too bad. Now, the only place that, if you're going to do some major, like where you need pressure on that blade, because that is ground so thin on top, that could probably get really annoying. You know, since it's so thin up there. You don't really have a really flat landing spot. So if I'm going to lay it down, pick it up, and grab it. Yep, see where my thumb lands? It lands up there. And so there's not really a good landing spot for your thumb. I would say if that blade, if it wasn't ground so far back and I had just a little bit, you know, you'd give yourself a little bit of a landing pad there and then take that take those thumb studs out of the sharpening path and out of the blade, you know, yeah, I mean, is it a nitpick? Kind of, but I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing. If you wouldn't have brought that edge so far back, you know, I think it would have been. Now, am I going to go forward on it? Yeah, no. No, because even if I try to trigger that flipper tab, no, I'm right on the edge of that blade. So, you know, it doesn't really give you an opportunity to choke up, and it doesn't really give you a landing pad for your thumb. Is it a big deal? I don't know. It's not really for me, but it's worth mentioning for sure. Ergo's action, feel, not bad. Not bad at all. But as I said in the beginning, I'm really glad I got it on sale. That's about how I can put. That's the best way I can put it. It's a good knife. No issues with it. It came super sharp. You know, like a couple of nitpicks, just bringing that edge and that grind back a little too far on the top of the spine. You know, the G10 thing, whatever. You know, it is what it is. It's not cheap, but it kind of has that feeling. It not saying SOG on the pocket clip is a big plus for me. Yeah, it just is, because that was a gigantic billboard on the side of knives. It just really unnecessary, honestly. But I'm really glad I got it for the price I got it. $175. Like I said, I probably wouldn't even have looked twice at it at that price. Just, that's the way it is, guys. That's the way it is. And SOG has gotten better. Like I said, I've said up until the point where the Terminus XR, I had pretty much written SOG off. I really had. But the knives are good. The knives at the price point, I like CTS XHP. I like that steel. Yeah, I'm happy I got it on sale. And I'd have been happy with the half price, honestly. But getting that little bit extra, that just made it better. So yeah. So there you go, guys. The SOG Pentagon XR Studies and Observation Group. SOG. But yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think down in the description. Some of the points I touched on. If you have a Pentagon, let me know your thoughts. Always interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Thank you so very much for stopping by today. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.